Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and as well Leo Rising weekly general tarot reading April 26th up until May 2nd. Up until May 2nd, 2021. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below. And there you're going to see a link to my website where you can view and of course purchase either or both of these services. So with that being said aside, moving to the reading of Leo, and the first card you do have, guys, that is going to be the Eight of Wands, followed by the Page of Swords. Moving next, what we do have, that is going to be the Two of Cups, followed by the Two of Pentacles, and the last card of your spread, that is going to be the King of Wands. So these five cards. And right at the start of the week here, as we do have the Eight of Wands, things in general and routines, career-wise or relationship-wise, they are going to pretty much speed up. With the Eight of Wands, the speed up is about having options available, having many varieties of things that you can do, and many varieties of, of ways how to do specific thing. The thing with the Eight of Wands, though, it is that you have to be, or rather like a person should be mindful about how they approach their situation, because there may be more than one way to approach the situation itself. And while the Eight of Wands is just as good as the Wheel of Fortune, for example, you know, you do have options available, chances, opportunities, and so on and so forth. Wheel of Fortune protects you from picking the wrong one, while here you are not protected, and not all of those options available, not all of those opportunities, not all of those varieties are meant for you. And for that, it is very imperative that you face these opportunities at the start of the week with a clear-headed mind, instead of throwing yourself in the first thing that comes to you. So having a little bit of a thought over it, you know, or deliberation, it will go for a long way. That being said, at the start of the week, you can enjoy, if I can say it that way, rather strong intellectual sharpness, especially when it comes to dealing with other people and coming to or reaching a common ground. And that is going to be very important, because as we can see, the second card here, which is the Page of Swords, that is an individual that steps into your environment. It could be somebody you know already, or it could be also somebody brand new. And that intellectual sharpness you will need, because the Page of Swords, they are very difficult to be understood. For the reason being is that their thoughts, their ideas, and in generally the way how they present themselves, it's very unique. And in many ways, people haven't seen anything like it. Many could classify the Page of Swords as a weirdo, right? But they are not. They are just, it's not like a daydreamer, but they are just very winded, or like he carried on. So Page of Swords, for you, Leo, that individual will appear as a quite of an unexpected help. The person who have been resented by almost everybody around will be the person you need for either your career or for either your relationship to improve the situation there. Because through their original thought, the very least of what is going to come out of it, it is that you are going to figure out something. Best case scenario, Page of Swords is going to reveal huge revelations. I'm repeating myself, but in any case, with the appearance of this person, the need to clear out the unnecessary is gonna come to you. And as this person steps up into your social circle or into your life, you can't expect that you're going to clear out some unnecessary connections with people that are holding you back, for example, connections that no longer serve you anything, but it's just only drawing from you, and it's only sucking in resources, and so on and so forth. Now with the Page of Swords, when they present themselves and they start talking about themselves and, talking about their life in general and trying to interact with you, it will seem that what they're saying is pretty much of a fallacy. That is because for them, the explanation is unnecessary. What they're trying to say comes very natural to their life, but it is unnatural to yours. So if you have hard time following up, nothing wrong for you to ask for a additional information, nothing wrong for you to ask for a additional elaboration. And right after that appearance, an interaction in between you and the Page of Swords, obviously here what we do have it is the Two of Cups, and I know what you may think, I'm gonna fall in love. Maybe, because that's a general reading, it's not a love reading. If it was a love reading, straight away I would have told you that. But Two of Cups has other manifestations than just love. Two of Cups manifestation, it is a partnership, or how can I say, cooperation. Let's classify it a cooperation, which is deprived of any pride, which is deprived of any shyness, which is deprived of any aggression as well, and it's like a unity. So yes, it could be love, it could be the person that you may fall in love with, or may starting to fall in love with. It could be a person as well that it will be like your brother from another mother, or a sister from another mother. With the Two of Cups energy in between you and the Page of Swords, you can accomplish a lot, in a sense of two heads always think better than a one head, and four hands work better than two hands. But with this individual, if that individual manifests into your career, you can expect a very comfortable environment to be created in between you two, especially when you come to realize that you need to clear out your circle there, social circle into your career. And obviously in relationship there will be a stream of emotions in between you two, so love is not excluded at all. The very least, guys, the very least, a very, very good friend, it is what we do have here. And right after that, we do have the Two of Pentacles, and that is quite of a philosophical card, or philosophical follow-up of the reading. That is the moment where you do hold down your pace and you think about what just happened, and you will see that there was oh my god, where do I start from explaining it? So this is how it stands. So the Page of Swords was very different from what you were used to interact with, and as that individual came about, you saw that you were getting along very well together, and that is going to widen your horizon and will make you to realize that different concepts are not a bad thing, and therefore your old concepts, outdated concepts, are going to start changing here with the Two of Pentacles, seeing that something different is not the worst thing in the world. In fact, if you do look at the differences as in opportunities rather than setbacks, then you can go for a long run, and you will start becoming more and more adaptable to the environment, career-wise or relationship-wise, with this person, Page of Swords, adopting his unique thought, his or hers unique thought, his or hers unique idea, and it's just getting along will improve drastically. Getting along will improve day by day. And at that stage, you can pretty much expect wherever you do had a gaps in your routine, wherever you do had a gaps in your plans, those gaps to be filled up by those versatilities we talked about at the start of the week. For at the start of the week, you may have a difficult time identifying, okay, so that's a good thing to do, but but when should I do it, or what should I replace it with so I can do it? Because you may have just so much time. And with the change of these concepts, through the appearance of the Page of Swords and the good relationship you're going to have together, you will be able to swap, shuffle, and align as well, activities, so you can make your environment and as well your routine very, very pleasant and adapted to the current days. And at the end, we are ending here your reading with the King of Wands. And that is another individual that steps into your life. Very difficult to decide though what is going to happen in between you two, because we don't have another card. So that is at the end of the week, and what is going to happen in between you two will be decided in the next week. But with the King of Wands, these individuals, they are very cheerful in the sense of that they want to drink from life with full fistfuls, okay? And they always tend and as well aim to maintain positive attitude in everybody around them. So what is the driven force of the King of Wands? King of Wands only concerns themselves with their ambition, and for one or another reason, because it is within your reading, either what you do or you alone are ambition of theirs. And when the King of Wands has an ambition, they transform that ambition into a very, very powerful drive. So options here, and manifestation of this reading has a lot of permutations. For example, that could be a love triangle. You start falling in love with the Page of Wands, with the Page of Swords, and at the end of the week, King of Wands steps in, much more powerful individual that says, no, I want this one for me, and it starts to struggle in between them two. Okay, or for example, you may start falling in love with the Page of Swords, which sets your personal life into peace and into harmony, that allows you to become more productive into your career. Your boss sees that and says, okay, for the project I have in mind, this one now seems very suitable. That's my guy or that's my woman for the project, so I am going to think about giving it to them. And yeah, the permutations are very wide. But what I can say here at the end, before we wrap this thing around, it is that as you do make up the cooperation with the Page of Swords, with that individual with unique thought that it is often misunderstood from anybody else but you, it is just you're going to set up your environment in such a way that you are to be set an eye upon in a good way from a very powerful individual at the end of the week that will transform an ambition of theirs, that you are involved in it, and you're going to have rewards from it, by the way, into motion. And yeah, that being said, that was your weekly general tarot reading, Leo. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, guys, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.